Toddlers are notorious for having difficult eating habits. And a lot of toddler eating is about our expectation as their parents about what should be normal or healthy. Toddlers really eat only when they're hungry, so it's important to offer well-balanced choices every time the toddler sits down to the table. But it's also important to have the right expectations. Toddlers aren't going to eat well at every meal. Typically, a toddler will eat well 1 out of every 3 or 4 meals, where you'll say, wow, it really looks like you ate a variety of foods, and you ate enough that I think you're going to be full, and it was all nutritious. The second tip, though, for toddlers is that oftentimes toddlers will be very picky about their foods. There will be certain foods they just don't want to eat, and other foods that they seem to gravitate towards. You want to offer a variety of those choices at every meal so that you're not always giving the toddler exactly what they're looking for. You're encouraging some new choices, but at the same time, you're not going to have a hungry, cranky kid because they haven't eaten. The last area that I always stress is that serving sizes for toddlers are actually quite small. A good rule of thumb is a tablespoon of something either chopped up finely or pureed is a serving size for a toddler. So in other words, if you serve your 1-year-old a tablespoon of applesauce, he's had a tablespoon of fruit for that meal or that serving. If you serve your 3-year-old 3 tablespoons of peas, they've eaten a serving of vegetables. So sometimes a serving and what they're eating is actually going a long way to meet their nutritional needs. I think the most important thing for parents of toddlers is not to stress out too much about what they're eating in the day-to-day. Instead, focus on their growth with your child's provider. If your child is gaining weight well, if they're growing, if they're gaining length, then they're getting good nutrition, and we don't have to worry about it more than that. We don't want meal times to become stressful. We want them to be an enjoyable time for your child and for the rest of your family.